Holy cow. Are we live? Hey everyone, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing well. I have to say Economic Ninja every time, and the reason why is because people now, there's scammers out there that are so bad. They're just taking these entire videos, getting rid of my trademark watermark, and they're just putting the videos up, and I can't believe how fast they're growing in subs. At least just say it's the Economic Ninja. Look, we're going to talk about XRP. We're going to talk about the XRP price, and we're going to talk about an XRP price prediction that most of you are not ready for. And to be honest with you, it's sad, and at the same time, it's actually exciting. I've got a handful of XRP news, but I have to tell you what blows my mind. Just the other day, there were so many YouTubers out there saying that in 2 days, XRP was going to hit like $137 or $237. Absolutely asinine. The media picks up on it. They actually, especially these cryptocurrency news outlets, I hope you understand most of them are complete scams. They actually want to sell you their crypto projects that they make out of thin air on a blockchain, not their own chain. It's just a little token. And they say little things like, this token is to exceed XRP by 10x. I can't believe this crap's even legal, but people fall for it. They buy it and they buy these coins and it turns into absolute vaporware. If you're in coding, you know what I'm talking about, software sales. Look, the truth is that right now, the trending topic is an XRP price prediction. Everybody wants to see how rich they're going to get in January. And quite frankly, I want you to get stupid wealthy, but you have to do the opposite of what everyone is doing. Now, one of the fundamentals of XRP now, I know it sounds crazy, it hasn't been before, but now we're getting mass buy-in. And crazy, we're not getting mass buy-in from retail just yet. Retail hasn't lost their mind. If you're a retail investor like myself, well, oh, hold on. I've had a couple of institutional accounts for companies I've owned, but like my personal account, retail, right? You are very rare. There's not a ton of you out there and yet. There is about to be. When XRP hits $5, people are going to lose their ever-loving mind, all right? But you have to be very cautious about what's coming next. And there's a lot of money that's going to be made over the long term. But the sad thing, and I've seen this so long, and I'm going to get to a bunch of stories, okay, especially about Donald Trump and XRP. There are people that bought the dinar, Iraqi dinar, a long time ago. I own dinar, but my life didn't stop. I've watched so many people throughout the last decade since I've owned the dinar, just their lives stopped. They're like, that's it. This is my glory time. I'm going to get stupid rich. And they're just waiting. They're waiting by the TV, the newspaper, the mailbox for any news that that dinar is going to revalue and all of a sudden they're going to become rich and their lives stopped. They put their entire life on pause. And this is why it is so important that you have multiple money-making skills in your head, inside of you, that you are constantly making money. The only reason I got to where I was with XRP, my XRP holdings, is because I had multiple businesses, side hustles, or ways to invest. If you don't want to own a business, learn different ways to invest. That's why I did the tax liens and deeds course. If you want, there's 1 day left. The link's down below. You need to learn skills that most people don't have. And it's super easy to do it. As a matter of fact, how many of you trade stocks or cryptocurrencies? Just do me a favor and type 1 real quick. And a lot of you have had 2 different outcomes, success and failure. And I can guarantee you've had both. All right. You're lying if you say I've only succeeded. All right. People have gained money and lost money. Right. But there are very, very few that have less losses than gains. And the difference between those people, the very few, and the masses is the level of education they have and the level of patience, right? That's the only difference. Every single one of you can be a success. And I'm telling you right now, if you own XRP, you're going to have a lot more money in the next year, the next 10 years than you have today, okay? But you need to learn how to turn that money over and you need to learn how to be making money other places so that you can put more money into XRP. Now, is that investment advice? No, it's fine. Is it financial advice? No, it's life advice. If you have an investment that you really want and you really believe in and you understand why it's going to be worth more tomorrow than it is today, why wouldn't you want to own all of it? That was I set up to do that in 2017 to 2020 to 2023 with XRP. All right. That's why I stopped talking about it so long ago, because I didn't want the SEC coming after me. And that's not a joke. And it's not because I was doing anything wrong, But at a certain point, you're going, well, you're manipulating markets because you own a bunch. I'm like, look, I just want to teach people. All right, let's just dive into stories. So right now, XRP price prediction for January 3rd, right? And I think it should be illegal that companies do a lot of these things, but this story is not going to do it. I almost guarantee it. I haven't read it yet. But they want to sell you another coin that they've created. It's complete vaporware and it's dangerous, right? Now it says, Ripple's XRP is currently up by more than 7% in trading, right? At $2.42. And I've been telling you this whole time, I said, be careful. Bitcoin is still trending super high above its 200-day moving average. If it retests the 200, you're going to see XRP come down, right? I mean, if you want to buy it at 240, if you want to buy it at 2, cool. Just don't whine if it goes to $1.60. I'm just not diving all my money in after I've already been buying it since it was 2 cents, 18 cents, 50 cents. My last purchase of XRP was 60. And I go, you know what? The only way I'm going to buy any more personally is if we see a really big weakness on no news and it's just Bitcoin bringing down the market. Okay. That's the only reason I would have bought more. I run into you all the time and say, I just bought XRP. I'm like, how long you been watching me? And they go, years. I'm like, why did you just buy it? At what price? 250, 220. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. And hold on to it for a while, but I want you making money every single day. All right, here we go. So sorry. They talk about the price point, blah, 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 blah. And then they talk about that you could see it at the $4 to $5 level. I completely agree. I think that in the next 6 months, to say we'll see a $5 XRP is pretty much a no-brainer. And the only reason that is because the SEC deal with the payments. Who know how much is the SEC going to get? Which I think they should get jack crap. And I think the SEC should be sued by a group of XRP investors that lost money over that period of time. But once that's done, and then you have more of this news like Japan, 80% of the banks around Japan, in Japan, are going to be on RippleNet using XRP in 2025. Like, have you ever seen a news headline like that? And you'd think, why isn't the price exploding? I can tell you exactly why. I know this actually to be a fact. There are big funds that are using manipulative practices through the media, through moving massive amounts of XRP off cold storage into to big exchanges to scare you. And they are spoofing markets with shorts and with these like spoof trades to keep this price down. They're trying to buy it up. The reason why I could tell you I know this 100% for sure is because where I had positioned myself with XRP a long time ago, I was constantly watching the top 500 wallets. And I'm watching those 500 wallets expand so fast, so big, that this is big money, super big money. No single person is in those 500, unless you're part of the team and original investors. Okay, so that's one thing I wanted to get out of the way, that these news companies, especially in crypto news, they can say anything they want and get away with it. They're totally decentralized. They're hidden. There's really no address for them. They're paying for ads on Google. They're all over the place saying, hey, XRP price this much. Like, as a matter of fact, if you want to talk about mainstream, Forbes right now is losing their crap. Forbes is going downhill as a publication, a media publication, fast. They have been riding the XRP price train so bad, they don't even put out news. They just use the words XRP price in the title to try and get clicks and views. It's the exact same article for like 3 months. It's absolutely horrible. And then they're trying to get you into something else. So XRP officially decouples now from Bitcoin, top trader reacts. That's absolutely not true. I don't know if you paid attention on days just like the other day. Yep, XRP popped before all the altcoins. That's exciting. But the entire market really lifted, right? We have not seen a decoupling from XRP and Bitcoin yet. When Bitcoin drops, you see about 6 to 24 hours later, XRP drops. But it says here, this is the news, the price of XRP has wasted no time this year in showing extraordinary things in the charts, blah, 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 who cares? However, as we now can see, this was a correction rather than a reversal of the trend to the downside. We all know that. Whether this is the beginning of a second round of rally for XRP versus Bitcoin remains to be seen. Do me a favor, hashtag XRP if you believe XRP is not in a downtrend, that as a matter of fact, we're finally seeing it take off because of what's going on in the news with the SEC and with the new presidents coming in. It says here, the XRP versus Bitcoin price action attracted the interest of Don Alt, a popular trader widely known in the crypto space. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever he says, there's a good chart. And he says Don Alt was one of the few traders who saw potential in XRP's rally in November, even though the price of the token had already skyrocketed 200%, which is considered too much for such a large asset. You know, it's funny. All of these news companies, they come up and they go, hey, look at this guy. You know, he saw potential. Yeah, copy. I don't think I saw anybody in September come out and say, I'm done trading XRP. This is it. You're about to see it do some crazy stuff. I've done 3 completed trades where I'd sold high, bought low, increased my XRP holdings. In September, I said, this is it. It's going to get too volatile. As a matter of fact, when many of you, type 2 if you saw me on the tricycle, when XRP was like at $2.67, I go, in a couple of days, XRP is going to drop. But I'm not going to sell. I made a total joke out of it, because I want real people to see this, right? Well, the reason why that kind of stuff's not in the news is because what I'm trying to tell you is that even though XRP is going to be worth a lot of money in the future, I mean, we're talking about something that's bigger than Apple. So if Apple was $2 and now it's, I don't even know how much Apple is today with all of its stock splits, XRP will do a 10x of that in the next 20 years. I'm not joking. But you know what doesn't sell the media, or why this is kind of information not getting picked up? So I'm telling you, you have to continue working and investing and doing other things outside of crypto while crypto explodes. Stop watching the prices unless you're trading, unless you're a value investor trying to buy the dips. What I'm saying is go make more money doing other things and then go buy these assets. This is very important. There are too many people that think this is the golden egg. This is going to get them out of their lifestyle. No, what's going to make you wealthy is going to be putting more money into good investments and bad. And how do you make money? You got to go make money either working harder, working more, or investing in different avenues. Right now, the entire real estate market has already started an absolute meltdown. They've been trying to keep it out of the media. I mean, no joke. Fannie and Freddie are in serious trouble. As a matter of fact, there's word that Trump may privatize them, allow them to fail, because they are a failing entity. They are losing our taxpayer money, giving out fraudulent loans to people that shouldn't have them. Exactly like what happened in 2005 and 2006, only to need more of your taxpayer money. The absolute market is imploding. The Fed the Fed of St. Louis, I proved it on my other real estate channel, changed the charts. They go, real estate's not falling. We screwed up the top number. No, they didn't. They did not. Average and median prices are already dropped in our country, around the country, more than the entire Great Recession combined. Why aren't you going and looking and getting ready for that? As a matter of fact, and this is why I did the liens and deeds course. Anybody can make money. I'm sitting in auctions where people, no joke, are dressed in rags bidding on properties. And this is their side hustle. Anybody can do this. One of my coaches, Raul, he sit there and he goes, we need to teach people. If I can do this, I'm just a simple oil field worker from Texas. And he has seen incredible success. He goes, anyone can do it. Why aren't you doing it? Now, there's another story I want to share with you about XRP, and I think this is the most exciting one. And again, if you want the course, please do not email me after this sale's done tomorrow and ask for it cheaper. This will be my most expensive course that I've ever sold, because I know how much your first deal is going to make you. All right. Oh, and someone's asking what happens to my mortgage if Fannie and Freddie get owns. And this is really sad, because people were always hoping when mortgage companies went broke or went bust in 2008 that they were not going to have to pay. No, you get to pay, because if you're current, you're part of their assets. And so another company goes and buys the assets. That's all. So you're just going to pay another company. All right, here we go. But they get bailed out. The companies get bailed out. It's horrible. All right, check this out. The Trump presidency could open floodgates for XRP. DTX to hit $1 after Coinbase listing. It says here, XRP holders anticipate the new Trump presidency could clarify certain crypto regulations and propel Ripple to the top. Also, DTX exchange could hit $1 following a Coinbase listing. It says here, and we all know that Donald Trump is going to make crypto great again. I'm not joking. And the reason why we know this is because he now understands a bit more about the blockchain technology, and he understands that other countries are vying for it now. And there's sometimes, when you're a leader of a country, regardless if you're into a specific aspect of the world politics or resources, if all of a sudden you see all these other countries gobbling something up, you better figure out something quick or go gobble it up or find out why they're gobbling up a specific resource or entity or a piece of land or something like that, because there's a reason for it. And Donald Trump knows that. He's been watching the headlines about all these South American countries, African countries, countries that are waking up to, especially like Russia, just last August and September. Hey, mind the crap out of Bitcoin. This is the only freedom we've got against the tyranny of the money changers. And so he's saying, hey, we need to make crypto great again. As a matter of fact, he's even went out so far on a ledge to say, hey, I want to see Bitcoin tax free. Can you imagine if you've been sitting on the sidelines this whole time saying that Bitcoin's a scam? And now think about it. How many people here, just go for it. Type 3 or type scam. If you think crypto is a scam, Bitcoin is a scam, type it down below and put it in the comments. And the reason why I say that is because I want you to realize this. And don't let me embarrass you, because nobody knows you. You're just hiding behind an emoji or a fake, account name. My point being is this. It's now to the point where Bitcoin is being traded on the open market. It's been authorized to have an ETF and funds are buying it, right? Adoption is growing, even though retail adoption is very small. You're seeing actually rich people that are really smart with their money buying up Bitcoin, not people with little bits of money, okay? So if you want to talk about the financial foolish people, that group, they're not buying Bitcoin, all right? So now you've got regulated ETFs. You now have the largest fund on earth company, BlackRock. I don't care what you think about them. They're freaking rich and they run all of your pension money. Okay. So if you don't like BlackRock, I don't either. Doesn't matter what you think or how you feel. The truth is they are the biggest. And now they say every single person should have an allocation of Bitcoin in their account, right? So there's all these people running around. It's a scam. Own gold. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. Copy. You're a sovereign poor person. I get it. There are a lot of sovereign poor people out there just think, I got my food, I got my ammo, and I got some gold, and everything else is stupid. Hey, I got an idea. Why don't you get stupid rich, help people, and then help yourself by, I guess, buying more ammo? And Jeezo. But hey, that's the truth. That's what's going on right now. There is a revolution. And then what happens when we find out, the general public figures out, or the middle class figures out, whoa, what do you mean Bitcoin's tax-free? Well, the new president just said he's going to make it tax-free. So if you buy it and it goes up in value versus the dollar, you don't pay any gains. Do you know what that's going to do to the market? It's going to cause it to rip higher. So they're talking here about Trump coming back and all this stuff. But they're talking about this DTX exchange, right? It's a bold new step in DeFi. It says, amid the growing political landscape, DTX Exchange managed to find a niche with its approach to DeFi by initiating a hybrid model, the DTX Exchange, right? They say and this just turns into a big old, and goes back to my first comments of this video, a big old advertisement for DTX. So here you've got media out there trying to use the word Ripple, the word XRP, and the word Trump in the title, right? So they could boost its own exchange. The truth is, there are stories like myself in 2017. I took $10,000. It went to 100 in crypto, right? I pulled 40,000 off. I bought physical silver. I made a win. At that point now, my 10 grand turned into 40 in my mind. The other 60 is pie in the sky money, right? That 60 turned into $1 million in 1 year. Do those stories exist? Absolutely. Are those stories existing right now for me? Absolutely. Here, it's just something you don't know about me. One of my business partners, we went into business. He was a good friend of mine. We are not friends anymore. He's taken advantage of me. But when we were friends and we were starting business, we started 2 very successful businesses. They grew fast. All of the ideas that succeeded were mine. End of story, right? One of those was one of our crypto companies. We actually had 3 companies together. One of the crypto companies invested in cryptocurrency he'd never heard about. He'd never owned any. I showed him how to do all this stuff. We bought Theta at a very low price. We sold it for like an 18 times what we paid for it in about, 6 months. Theta went from then 97 cents or whatever I sold it at, to $15, like 4 months. It was thank you so much, Lion, for the super chat. It went to $15. everyone, and I'd done it on my channel. I told you what I was going to buy. What I bought tripled in price next, and then I did something else with the money. My point being is he couldn't let that go. In his mind, he could not let go that we could have made that much more, 15 times more what we'd made. 18 times was not worth his time. I guess he wanted to go big. But here's the truth, and I told him this. I said, you would have never sold. You'd never have sold. Look at what we did with the money. And then he doesn't even know what I did with my half. My half is now worth 100 times what it was when we sold that day. But my point being is that this gambler mentality, this greed that overtakes people, this is why I did this entire video, going back to the beginning of this video, this XRP price prediction, everyone's going, oh my gosh, this is it. This is my one chance. No, you are your one chance. You are it. You are the difference of failure or success. Look, you need to realize this because there are going to be a lot of XRP millionaires and there's going to be some XRP billionaires. Life will give you everything that you fight for. And it will give you everything that you accept. I hope you understand that. Right now is the time for you. The greatest financial increase has already started. In 2025, you're going to see money being made like crazy. But it's going to be up to you if you double your money or you increase it by 100 or 1,000 times. You need to be reading books. You need to be putting money into your education. You need to expand your mind. Do you know that you cannot find, see, or spot opportunities financially unless you have a little bit of a knowledge base in your mind built by past reading of books, hanging out with successful people, spending money on your financial education? You can't do it. It's impossible. See, because the way we spot things is through past experiences. There are people right now, and do me a favor, hashtag XRP right now. If you bought XRP a while ago and you're just like so stoked, and this is a good thing, so stoked, you're looking at your bank account and you're going, oh my gosh, I can't believe how much money I have. Just do it. Hashtag XRP if you're one of them. Yeah, I am one of them. I'm just blown away. You know, a long time ago, I set up a deal with all kinds of different investments that I told my wife, I told my friends and family. They looked at me like I was the cockiest person. I said, there's gonna be a day where I make $1 million a day over and over and over and over again. And every single investment I got into, I said, okay, at what point will this investment be making me $1 million a day, $1 million a year, all this stuff? And it's a good thing. There's a lot of people that have this money right now. The problem is many of you don't know what to do with it next. You've got it spent, some of it's spent. I see people that I will never sell it. I'm like, wow, you're dumb. Anyone that says I will never sell my gold, I will never sell my XRP, you're not an intelligent investor. You want to know why? Because see, gold could go to $50,000 an ounce in US dollar terms. Do you know all they have to do is issue a new US dollar, and overnight the price of gold will plummet because the perceived value of that new currency, because it's so much cooler and better, it's got a different color. I know, no joke. You're about to experience this the next handful of years. It's going to wipe off the good current dollar gains for your gold. The same thing will be true for cryptocurrencies. As a matter of fact, there is a way that cryptocurrencies can be tapped into by the government, and it has to do with new rules. I'm not going to get into that right now. That's not the time. But I'm telling you right now, you should only have certain assets. And I will always own some gold and some silver because of its spiritual aspects. It's God's money. And I'm not a liar like Robert Kiyosaki. Kiyosaki does not believe in God. He uses that as a tag. I know that personally because I personally know him. Okay? We don't get along very well. Old Robert needs to remember where he came from. But my point being is this, and please share that with Robert. Keep saying he's going to destroy me. I don't see him standing up to his word. But my point being is this. God's money and the money that the Constitution states shall be in no other form than gold and silver, I will always have some because of what it does to us as investors. It makes us better rounded investors, but like attracts like, wealth attracts wealth, knowledge attracts knowledge. And you need to get that inside of you now. Because If you're one of those people that I'll never sell my XRP, well, you know, it's funny. Let's throw this out there. Every single investment after it has a multi-decade parabolic run, right? And then it has a blow off top, even if the company's doing great or the technology is doing amazing, it's only blow off and blows up because more people buy it. Well, once you reach market saturation in any asset class, gold, silver, Apple stock, Bitcoin, the reason why Bitcoin's going up is because so few people own it and more people are getting into it. They're buying and holding. So the float becomes less. Electricity costs go up. My point being is that the price goes up, right? But there's a point where it levels off and everything always goes to zero. Everything. Remember, silver was $2 an ounce back in the year 1999 or so for a reason, okay? Nobody wanted it. It didn't matter all the use cases back then. Tulips went through a mania because everybody wanted them because they thought something about them that was actually not true, okay? That's why we're riding a financial wave. 3.5 years ago, or almost 4 years ago, when I started this channel, I warned of this coming wave coming, and I said, prepare yourself now while everything's cheap. I told you on this next cycle, Bitcoin and crypto is a cycle totally aside from it. Anyway, has to do with sorry. I told you I'm going to be selling my Bitcoin at the top of this next cycle, and I'll probably miss the top by 20,000, 50,000 bucks. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what happens during a mania, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to secure my Bitcoin. My Bitcoin is going to be converted into physical silver and vaulted. I'll be the only person. I've been talking about this forever. I'll get mocked. You'll watch me be mocked. I'm preparing hundreds of thousands of you right now for this. You're going to get to watch it, and I'm okay with it. I want to be in the spot where everyone's laughing at me. That's when I know I'm going to crush it. You watch what happens to all those Bitcoin people. I saw them at $19,000 laughing when I sold in 2017, 2018, around there. I saw them all laughing in these different cycles. I saw the Theta people laugh. I can't believe it. You missed the $15 run. Well, you know what's funny about that $15 Theta? It went down to like 83 cents. It was easy to rebuy it all back. I didn't because there was something else that I knew was going to 10x faster than Theta. And I don't talk about everything on this channel. As a matter of fact, this is the nugget at the end. 12,000 members of Ninja Nation jumped on those two. I do that free publication every day that comes out. It has all the videos that I do and stuff. Because there's so many fake accounts now. There's so many on YouTube that pretend to be me, on X, all this stuff. Because there's thieves that understand the power of this channel, the power of you. And they've been faking stuff out. Well, I put out there a speculative coin that I've been investigating with a handful of people. I've got some way smarter people than me investigating this project. And we just bought a little bit of it because I couldn't cause a ripple in that market. It's a big market cap when it comes to certain stocks, but it's small enough that we could ripple it, and we're waiting for something specific to start with it. See, like I was saying, when people made fun of me at Theta, I was part of that, not the dev team, but the beta testing team. I've done certain things with these things. I like to find the Thetas before anybody ever talks about them on the internet. And 12,000 people now know about that little thing. And don't anyone say it. Don't anyone say it in the comments. All right? If you say it, you've just given up something. Sit back and watch what happens in a year. I hope you guys have a great day. The Economic Ninja. Oh, real quick. If you want to learn about tax deeds and deeds, it's the cheapest course in the country. And honestly, I've taken all the others. It's better. I couldn't even, I can't stand people that charge thousands of dollars or $50,000 for these courses. So here you go. Links down below. Sale goes up, 30 hours? The Economic Ninja is out.